Hello, party people. It's Randy. This is a random coffee after dark. Phone things are on. Again, random. I'm doing some things right now with the Etsy shop, with a new Etsy shop, so I thought I would share my screen. So I'm actually going to go to YouTube and I'm going to share this link. So give me one hot second, and then we will move on from there. I know you're like, Randy, we already saw you today. Live, we are live. On, turn it on. Jake is still grumbly, super grumbly. Share it, let's put it on Facebook and let our people know. Because I have not been, I had no intention of going live today. I didn't tell anybody about it. So, let me go to the group. Hello, group. Let me just put this right here. And we're going to say, start an Etsy shop. All right, so I've got that shared. Hi, Diane. Hey, girl, hey. It's coffee after dark. Can you tell? Don't see my mascara. It's rough. All right, so let me give you the goings ons here. I'm gonna share this. So just lots of things. Hi, Marcia. Hey, I hope you guys are all getting your orders, your custom orders. Copy link. I just want to put it on my page, man. Go to the page. Paste. There we go. Okay. Hi, Gina. Hello. Okay, so here's the goings on. So let me tell you what's going on. So I know you guys saw me this morning, blah, blah, blah about that. Now we're on to different things. Still here, still doing stuff. So the deal is, me and Shannon were talking today, and we decided, we don't know how happy we are with Wix. It's quite complex. There's lots of things happening, this, that, the other, la-ti-da. We're like, okay, is this helpful? Hi, Martha. And what we've decided is that we are going to start up a Thunderhorse Descendant jewelry Etsy shop. And so, not to drag you down this whole big thing about Wix, because if you're doing Wix or Shopify or something to that effect, everybody's journey is different. Please do not, this is not a whatever. We just are not feeling very comfortable. Hi, Donna. You are on late. I'm still here from this morning. So we're just not feeling very comfortable for a couple of reasons. Number one, taxes. Number two, the cost of upgrading. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Thumbs up for being able to hear me okay. The cost of upgrading for all the services that we need is kind of a lot. Anyway, so we've just decided, well, we'll try this. We're going to try this thing. So when I bought Wix, I paid for Wix for a year. Because I was like, okay, things and stuff. So now I'm like, so we're gonna set up an Etsy store. That's the moral of this story. So I've started, and then I thought, oh, maybe I should share with people. So if you have an Etsy store already, and you're like, we know all the things. Okay, first of all, I'm going to talk about, number one, what I would do differently if I was starting over with an Etsy shop, which is what I'm doing now, so this is helpful. Let me show you my screen. Also, Jeff showed me how to zoom in. Sorry, I'm kind of a little bit tired. Web surfing with friends. Yes, there we go. Okay, web surfing with friends. Here we are, web surfing with friends. So let me move my face out of this corner so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this right here is, I've set up the shop. So basically all that I've done before jumping on with you guys is I went to Etsy and I put in my email. When I got to the email, it asked me, do you want to set up a shop? I said yes. So then it said, okay, put in your, your banking information. They got to have that. So I did all that. I didn't want that on the internet, clearly. So anyway, then it brought me to this screen. This is the first thing that I have done. Okay, so this, I'm just going to show it to you. So this is the first thing that I have done, and it says you can pick out a banner. So if you're not aware, if you don't have Etsy, Etsy's free until you start doing upgrades and stuff. So you can pay for Etsy or have it free, which is what I do. I just use like the free shop or whatever, and then when I get to paying for listings and things like that, lottie-dottie. So these are all free options, okay? So when you set up your Etsy, I picked the big banner. And let me show you what I did. I went to Canva, which is also a free program. Okay, this is Canva. This is where we make all of our little posts and things. And on here, sorry, I gotta get back to the top. It's probably gonna be like a lot of things. These are all the posts that me and Shanna have made in our lifetime. Oh, where'd it go? Here it is. Okay, so I designed this. This one is the first one that I designed. I didn't like that, so I can actually just close that out. This is the second one that I designed. Okay, so here's the cool thing about Canva. Canva, if you're not aware. So, Canva's free. And so what I did is I had this as a post for the Facebook group. So what I did is I went to resize it up here at the top, and you can just put in Etsy shop cover. So it's already a cover, so it won't let me highlight it. But you literally just put in resize it to be an Etsy shop cover, okay? And then it's going to give you the size that it needs to be, which is what it did. So then you just go over to share. When you push share, there's a bunch of things you can do because you can connect all your social media and your lottie-dottie to this thing. But there's a download button. So you just go download. Right here is going to give you the option to do a PNG file, which is your highest quality file, PNG, okay? Now sometimes, depending on what kind of situation you're in, a PNG file is too large because it's high graphics. So you can move down to a JPEG, which is your, just condenses the file smaller, easier to read for certain programs. There's all kinds of things. If you're doing anything digital, you should have this program. Time to take our medication. FYI on that. Yay! I missed you this morning. Hi, Nancy. You should have this program because, let me zoom in so you can see what the heck I'm doing here. Jeff taught me this morning. Okay, right here. It says you could do PNGs, your highest quality images. You could download it in a JPEG, PDF, an SVG. If you're using a Cricut or something like to that manner, most of those are using SVGs. If you're using any kind of cutting machine, you can download all these things you're making in layers for free, okay, for free. You could even download a movie or a GIF to put on Facebook. So if you're doing anything, you should have this program. It is free. You should use it. Highly recommend. So, okay, so that's what I did. I made it on here on Canva. Okay, then I went over here, and this is it. Just the first thing it asked me. It said, would you like to use a banner? Yes, I would. So then I open up my little download box, and I put that in there. And then it just fits right in there. Woohoo. Now, back to the things I was saying about if I was going to restart an Etsy shop. Okay, this is the same banner for the most part. I changed the logo to be bigger and doesn't have a circle around it, but this is the same banner that I'm using on my Facebook group for jewelry, okay? So that when people see this banner, they're going to see it on Etsy, and then they're going to see it on Facebook, and they're going to know these are the same thing, right? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I would highly recommend doing that. I did not do that in the past. Hi, Mr. Bunsen, did you find a bug? Mr. Bunsen has a bug. It's a box elder bug. Onward. Okay, so we're going to say, yes, we like this. Save it. So now we have a banner. Now, I did also put in a profile picture. This is my profile picture. You just do that by just clicking this little box. It'll be empty when you start. This is what I've named my jewelry Etsy store. Thunderhorse's Jewelry. Why have I done that? Because Thunderhorse Descendant still does not fit. The name of my bead store Etsy shop is Thunderhorses. TDH Jewelry was taken. So here we are, Thunderhorse's Jewelry. But that's fine because I have Thunderhorse Descendant Jewelry as my domain, right? For my Wix thing. So it's fine. Hi, I hope you guys are not bored. Right here it asks you, put in a little thing about what you're selling. So I said handmade jewelry and gift items. Is there a location? Yeah, we're going to do a location. Cambridge, Minnesota. Why are you not giving me Minnesota? What's the deal here? No, not Indiana. Oops. Sorry, I forgot when I push numbers it does things. Okay. Maybe I do it this way. No, it just says no, there's no Cambridge, Minnesota. So I guess we just go Minnesota. Minnesota, there we go. Okay, so now when you very first start up your Etsy shop, the first thing that's going to ask you to do after you put in the money, it's going to say you have to put in one listing. So this is the listing that I've put in, just because it was laying on my desk. So this is a little butterfly necklace. This is what it looks like. I just filled it in how I normally would because I already had pictures on my computer. I find this really interesting since just creating an Etsy shop. Thanks for sharing your experience and tips. Oh, thank you, Stacy. I'm so glad you're here. I've tried selling online and never sold a thing. I don't know how to get people to come to my site. I don't know what I'm doing. It's okay, Gina. I got this. It's going to be fine. So we will talk about marketing in just a little minute, hot minute when we get there. So I'm just running through this page right now. So as you can see, there's absolutely nothing else in here. Okay, so it looks really big to me right now. So over here is where once you start to build up your listings in your shop, you're going to start to have categories and you're going to have all these different things. You're going to have featured highlighted items, what have you. So we'll just ignore all that for right now. This is my announcement portion right here. So what I need to do in this announcement portion is I need to tell everybody. So this comes up at the very top of your Etsy shop. Let me see if I can open up another channel. I might have to use a different web browser. Hold on. Do I have a different web browser? Where's that internet button? I always use Google Chrome. Here we go. Microsoft Edge. That's internet, right? Okay, let's try this. Etsy.com. Let's see if I can do it in here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put in password. Oh, sorry, I had to put numbers in my password. Oh, what's the password? Nope. Yes. Okay. Sorry. All right. So here we are in my other store. So I will say this, when having two stores, it does not allow you to be, so like I'm in Google Chrome, which is what I normally use. It's not going to allow me to be in that browser in one store, in both stores. So I got to be in this one on a different internet browser, whether it's Foxfire, Microsoft Edge, Internet, whatever else you have. You can't do that. Okay, so this is my other store. So let me show you what this looks like versus the other one that we're creating. Get into my manager. Okay. And I will zoom in on these three little dots. Okay. So this is the same thing that we are looking at on the other one, right? Cute necklace, thank you. That's 90s inspired. Remember all the butterflies they had in the 90s? So this is my bead store, right? So what I wanted to do, the whole purpose of this, was I wanted to split my bead store from my jewelry store. Because originally I started as a jewelry store. When the pandemic hit, I started selling beads, and things got a little muddled up, and all my people who are completely different types of customers were all tangled up together. So I had to untangle everything. So we are looking at the announcements, right, on our other page. So this is what this is right here. So when you set this up, we have our banner, we have our little thing right here. We say this is Thunderhorse Descendant. I don't know why this one can say Cambridge and the other one can't, but whatever. And then this is the announcement that they're asking us about. So if you click read more, you want to put something catchy here, right here, so that people know to open it, because it's very small. Hi girlfriend, didn't realize you were on. Yeah, me either. Xana. I was just like, I need to share. So this is where it talks about all the things we do on Thunderhorse Descendant, because we do YouTube and we do lives and we do bead sales and we do whatever. So now what I need to do is I need to go to the next page, the other page, which is in a different browser now, which is over here. We're switching between stores. Now this is the one we're just opening. So you can see this one doesn't have an announcement because I haven't put anything. So right here, I need to put my shop announcement. So for right now, just to fill the space, I'm going to say, welcome to Thunderhorse Descendant Sister Etsy shop. And then the jewelry store is happy to have you. Please read below. So we want to put something to let them know they got to click this box. So we're going to save it. Oh, I spelled read wrong. Okay, so there's too many letters in there. Perfect. Save. So I want people to know I'm putting this because I want people to know that this is what Thunderhorse Descendant jewelry, because I've split my stores, this is what is now the sister store to the bead store, right? Blah, blah. How you guys doing? Hanging in there? Bring more buyers to your shop. Easily share shoppable photos, updates with your fans on Etsy and social media using Sell on Etsy app. Your update will appear on your shop home on your page. So let me show you what that looks like. So this is where it gets a little confusing for people who don't use the app. Okay, so this is on the computer. So they have an Etsy app selling app, which if you have an Etsy store, that's the only way you can access these updates. So let me show you what the updates look like in my other browser. Okay, so if we go here, they said they're going to appear on your store after all of your stuff, right? Which is, so I got a lot of stuff on here. So we got to go down to after the stuff is gone. And these are my reviews, so we got to go past that. Sorry if I'm making anybody sick. Right here, updates. Okay, these are where your updates appear. I haven't updated in a long time because I've been busy. But this is where you can only do these from the app. So you're going to download a picture or something from your phone. It says see all the updates. And then what you can do is you're going to say, you know, just give a little snippet of what you're doing. This was me organizing my shipping stuff. And then you can attach an item to this post. And when you put this on here, it's going to appear on your Etsy page. And so people are going to see this as an advertisement, basically. So here was me doing some beads. And I was like, here, these beads are in the shop. If you want them, buy them, which somebody did. Hi, Rebecca. Well, we weren't all expecting this. But you can only do these from your phone. Okay, so that's why it's important to get the app. So these are the updates. This is when I was making my bead wall. Hey, I forgot all about that. Anyway, so that's what the updates look like. So I don't have any updates for the new one, clearly, because we've just started here. So I'm just going to leave this for now. Right here, it's going to say add up to 5 photos to share with your everybody, to let them know about you and your story. So your story on Etsy is very important and can be found in your About page. Okay, so as we're going through, we're going to set all these things up and we're going to do the About page. And basically what you want to do is you want to create like a paragraph or so to let people know about your journey. Because most of the time, from my personal experience, people who are coming from Etsy or going to Etsy, the part of their reasoning of going to Etsy is because in their head, they're supporting a person and not like a big corporate business. They want to support the little guy. They want to, show love to the handmade makers. They enjoy handmade items. They understand the quality of handmade items. Maybe they're collectors, whatever the deal is. So in your About, you want to tell them what your story is, what your journey has been, where you're going, where you started, what's going on, maybe some trials and tribulations, what brought you to this, why are you here? Because they want to know that. I know people who will go to an Etsy store and read the About, and then they're like, oh, this person doesn't have much in their About. Like, they make a decision based on your About, right? So it's important. This is a way to showcase your About by just showing photos, because people don't like to read. So we're going to add some photos. It says add 5 photos. So we're going to tell these people, what are we going to tell them? So I got a bunch of snippets on here. Now I made all these on Canva. Again, Canva is free. Hi, Jessica. Canva is free. We can make some stuff if we want to. Maybe we might have to make something. This is a video. Welcome to the Thunderhorse Descendant YouTube channel. I'm just seeing if there's something I can just put on. Well, I'll just put my logo on there. Open. Bum, bum. Didn't want to upload that very nice. Hi, Randy. I love your tutorials. It is just me, or is it really blurry? Did you do a planned video for the February 2022 bargain bead box? I did do a planned video, Kim. It's in the bargain bead box playlist, and I'm doing it live. I'm doing February's box live. So if you look down the list, you're gonna see a bunch of little, things that look like this right here. Why did that not upload? They look like this. They're purple. And then there's one weird one that is not purple. That's below all the purple ones. That's the plan. Hi, Bunsen. Get off the stove. Jeez. You're gonna be a hot cat. Okay, we might have to make one. Or maybe we can put one of these YouTube. What is this? Let me just try this. Oh, I've uploaded my face. It says join us on YouTube for morning coffee. Yeah, that's fine. And here it says, we do March Bargain Bead Box playlist. I don't know if I want that in there. Anyway. So you can add 5 photos and a video. So you basically just want to tell a story about yourself with these photos. So I probably want to put a picture of my animals. I go to the animals, pictures, dogs, cats. Let's get this cat off the stove, shall we? Come here, sir. Yeah, sit down. What? Hi, Randy and everybody. Hi, Stacia. Sorry I'm late. Didn't know about this live. Oh, me neither. I just was like, oh, I'm making an Etsy shop. Anybody want to join in? So this is funny. Picture of Jeff making Bunsen look really big. This is a funny picture of Bunsen petting Lily. Liller. All 3 of the pets. We should probably put all 3 of the pets, right? Is this thing just taking a million years to upload? Okay, there we go. And then we just say, the Thunder Pets. Cheek, Lily, and Bunsen. Okay. So anyways, you can put 5 of these in a video. So you basically just want to highlight what you're doing. Like I'll probably put some beady videos, like some bead stuff. We should probably put that, right? Because we like beads. Pictures. Let's see. These are unfinished jewelry. Probably not our best work, but here's a custom order. Let's do it. Cold out there. Add a story headline. Tell shoppers a little bit about your business. So right here is where they're going to be like, what's going on with your story? So this is what it's going to look like. On my other one, let me zoom out a little bit. So, these are the updates. We need to go back. There's the items, the reviews, the updates, and then this is what we're doing right here, the about. This is what we're talking about right now. So if you move this, so this is where it says, they're saying, tell us about your business. So this is where you're going to put your story. So mine says, the shop was born, and then I tell my story. It's a picture of me and my mom. Claim it live bead sale, because again, this one is for the bead store. We do morning coffee club. Here's a little video you can push. This is like the intro to my YouTube where I talk about doing YouTube. And then this is just a picture of my logo. So basically you want to give these people something to look at while they're reading your story here. So this talks about how I used to be a drug addiction counselor and how I found, how I was doing my bead work and how I'm a Native American woman originally from North Dakota, how I became an addict and alcoholic and used beading as part of my therapy process, and how I continue to use it and decided that I wanted to do something wonderful with my life and make pretty spectacular things. Bunsen, get off the stove. Get down. Yeah, meep, Mr. Bunsen. Oh, he's chasing bugs. Okay, so that's that. Then right here is all your social links. So I have a lot of social links because I have a lot of social stuff. And that's what they're asking. So in this area, you're setting up those photos. You're setting up, here's your little thing to your title of your story. So we're going to put, the shop was born, just like the other one. And then I'll put my story in here, so it'll look like the other one. And then this says around the web. So this is where you're going to put in your links. So if you guys don't know about links, here's the thing. When you go to get your links, so this is asking for Facebook. So I'm going to go to Facebook. and I'm going to go to my group because it's for my jewelry. So let me back up. So you log into your Facebook, right? Now up here I have my groups. Right here, these are the groups. The ones that pop up first are the groups that I manage. So these are my groups. So I've got the beading group, and then I've got the jewelry group. So this is the jewelry group. I'm going to go up here. I don't know if you can see me. Let me make this smaller so you can see it. No. Come here. Okay. So right here, I know it's kind of blurry, but when you go to grab this link, this is how you attach your group to your store. So you're going to grab this link and you're going to copy it. When you click it, it's going to say HTTPS. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. No, because it doesn't make the other thing big. But it says HTTPS and then it says / www whatever. You have to have that, otherwise it's not going to connect. Mr. Bunsen sitting on the counter next to the candles. My goodness. Wait, that's not what I want. So then we just go over here, we go paste. We put it in there, we save it. So now we have Facebook added. So you're going to add all your socials right here. So you're going to add your Facebook, you're going to add your Pinterest, you're going to add your, what else you got? Instagram. If you have an additional website to this, like I do, I can add that, which is a website. So it's going to ask you which all ones you want to add right here. So I'm going to say website, and I'm going to say I want to add, go up here, and I want to go Thunderhorse Descendant Jewelry, and I'm going to grab this link, and then I'm going to go back, and put that right here, save it, and now I have a website connected. Right here is where you're going to put your shop members. Okay, so if it's just you, you're just going to put yourself. I have myself. On my other page, I have myself, my grandma, my Jefferson, and my Shannon. And those are all the people that I have in my shop. And then down here, it'll ask you about partners. Partners are people you work with. So like as an example, my brother, Coulter, he was making some of the deer antler pendants. Like he was actually making them and I was selling them in kits. So that would be a partner. Crazy Crow Trading Post, we're a reseller for Crazy Crow Trading Post. So we listed them as a partner. My grandma does some stringing for me sometimes, so she's a partner. Serena, she used to do all of our Cricut stuff, but now we have a Cricut, so now we're doing Cricut stuff. And Shannon, she had been designing some jewelry pieces, so she's a partner. Taylor's Falls Bead Store, and Vistaprint is where I used to get my coffee cups printed, but I don't anymore now that I have my own print shop. So that's what your partners are. These are like basically, if you're not making it, who's making it? Who are the people who's actually physically making it? Bunsen is scaring me over there. Okay, now these are the shop policies, and we're going to get into these as well because these are important. So my shop policies I updated in April 2nd of 2021. This is for the bead store. It talks about shipping, payment options, returns and exchanges, la-di-da-di-da. So you have to go in and write these. How often do you update the info in these areas? I generally update the info if there's been like an event, like when I moved, you know, I had to edit these because in a lot of these it'll generate we'll go look at it. It'll generate like a generic thing for you to say. And for the most part it's not hard to do, but you just want to make sure. So here's where it was talking about add your shop members, la-di-da. And then it says shop policies. Switch to simple shop policies. We'll give you a quick template to create your shop policies. So you can say, yes, try it. Review and customize these policies so they work for you. processing time. So this is what it has generated. It has generated the time I need to prepare an order for shipping varies. For details, see individual item listings. So that's fine, because at the end, when you set your shipping, you're gonna say this is gonna ship in 1 to 3 business days. That's your guideline. Or if you're making something like, I never did this, but I know people who've done it. Let me just emphasize this portion of the video. I have never done this, but I know people who have done it. Like, they'll make a thing, and then they'll put it up in their Etsy store, and they'll say, you can see the reflection of Bunsen in the sink in the window. You see the reflection? This is my cat being naughty in the sink, doing sink things. They made one thing, they took a photo of it, they put it up in their shop, and they said they had 50, right? And they thought to themselves, well, I'll just make it as I get orders. That'll give people to, I'll just make it as they come in. Do not do that. Even if it's something that only takes you 5 minutes to make, because Etsy uses algorithms to market you. And you might get in on a thing that somebody really likes a lot, and they're going to start sharing it and they're whatever, and pretty soon you're going to wake up in the morning with 50 orders for that thing. And if it takes you 3 days to make one, you're going to be in big trouble. So I always put in my listings that these are made. They're ready to go. They're ready to ship right now, because I don't put them in there until they're made. So I'm sure you guys probably, some of you know that, but some of you might not know that. That's the thing that happens. Estimated shipping time. I do my best to meet these shipping estimates. So when we go to set up shipping, it's going to ask you to set up a shipping profile, which is going to show up in all of your orders that are generated in all of your invoices. And it says these orders are going to ship in 1 to 3 days. These orders are going to ship in 1 to 2 business days. These orders are going to ship in 3 to 5 business days. And you get to set that. So that is your shipping thing that's going to appear right here. Honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and I'm going to take all my policies that I've written from my other store, and I'm going to update these to say what my other ones say. Did you look at a lot of other stores to help you with ideas for the policies you needed as a guideline for what you have as your policies? No, not really. I just kind of took these templates, and I just looked at them, and I just thought how they would work for myself. So I do ship overseas, and I ship to Canada, but I would suggest, if you're starting out as an Etsy shop, like if you're very new, to not do that. I know it's like a thing, and you're like, well, I could get more sales and stuff, and that's true, but there's like customs and customs tax and fees and higher shipping times, and shipping's like, to ship to Canada can be anywhere from $18 to $25 an order, depending on the weight. And to ship to Europe can take 3 months. So like, there's a lot of things that can happen between now and 3 months, and then plus you're going to pay $55 and the insurance it's going to take to cover that item. Like, it's just a lot if you're starting out. I honestly would just not suggest doing it. I would wait until you get a little more shipping time under your belt, because shipping is a thing that everybody has to learn for themselves, and it can be kind of hard in the beginning. But so this says if you want to ship overseas, you can. It's up to you. Buyers, customs and imports, and this is why I'm talking about this. Customs and imports is a really hard thing. But no, I just kind of looked at these things and I said, okay, I'm going to accept all of these payments. Am I going to accept returns? it says in my Etsy shop that I don't accept returns because Taylor's Falls, where we get our beads, doesn't accept returns because of the items that we're selling beads, you know, if somebody cuts the strand or something. Now, of course, all of my customers know because I've told them, you know, if it's broken or broken shipping or something happened to it, like, of course, we're going to try to work something out with you. But for the most part, I don't accept returns or exchanges. So I have these turned off. Now, my jewelry store, I will set this up to say that I want these people to contact me once they've received their item within 5 days. And they are going to be responsible for shipping it back to me within 14 days. And if I don't hear from you that you are going to be shipping it back, I don't have to honor this. Would I do that? I mean, I would make an opinion based on, like, is the item really broken? Did they return the item? Because a lot of times, if you tell a person, well, that's fine, I'll refund you, but you need to ship it back to me, a lot of times they won't if they're not telling the truth. Mary, if you don't know what to say for the policies, Etsy has a standard text. Also true. And they're generating, this is going to generate. So this is in the like the back end, and when I click save and view the shop, it's going to generate a whole paragraph of stuff. We're just putting in the like stuff. Are you going to ship to Europe? Do you accept cancellations? No. The following items can't be returned, and this is like the reason, like if you have sale items, intimate items, digital downloads, things that, like if they break the bead strand and cut it or whatever, and then it's like you don't know how many beads were on there, or they didn't return all the beads or whatever, so it's just like a whole thing. So I'm just going to say no. Conditions of the return. The buyers are responsible for return shipping costs. If the item is not returned in its original condition, the buyer is responsible for any loss of value. So now here's the thing. A lot of shops have their shipping policy set up that if you order over $35 or more, you're going to get free shipping. So this is also important because you don't want to be paying for someone to return something to you. So you're going to ship it to them, basically for free, and then they're going to return it, but they're not going to pay the shipping, and then you're out the money on the item. Okay, so that's a lot of things to consider. Hi, Deborah. Jakey, what is the problem? My animals are all just having problems today. Hi, Lily. Please take your Bunsen and go over there. Conditions of the return. Privacy policy. Shoppers won't see this field until you add a privacy policy. So this is something you have to have on there. So basically, so you can go here to the privacy policy. This is Etsy's privacy policy, and you can just copy this and put it in there. So privacy policy is basically just telling people that it's a way to protect your information. So this is saying, like, Etsy doesn't, so like when you get an order from somebody, it does not give me your financial information. Etsy gets the financial information, and they send me a notice in my order saying you have an order. It doesn't say anything about your financial information because that's protected information. This is a policy saying that. Also, it's saying that I am not going to use any of your email information or any information that it does give me in the order, like your name or your email or your address as I'm shipping to you, that I'm not going to use that information for anything other than fulfilling this order. That's what this says. And you can just grab this up out of here. Now, you may also have seen that a lot of people are, like, you'll go to a website and they'll say, click this button to something about cookies. That's because cookies save your information. This is the same situation right here that they're talking about with this. Cookies on your computer save your information. So when you go to a website, cookies are recording that you've been to that website. A lot of websites will take that information so they can tell the person who has a website, like, you had 18 viewers on your website at such and such time today. Okay, so now when that little bar pops up underneath, it says, like, do you want to opt out of whatever, and you say yes, you don't want the cookies to remember your information on that website or whatever. This is the kind of same situation. So we're going to publish these policies. Are you selling to Europe? So I didn't fill in all the stuff, so that's why it's like, hey, not all these things are like correct. So now we're going to say view my shop. So this is what it's going to look like on when, like, you guys go to look at it. Like, if you wanted to look at it right now, you could. So this is what it's going to look like as of right now, the jewelry store. So it's welcome to Thunderhorse Descendant, the sister Etsy shop, Thunderhorse Descendant's sister Etsy shop. The jewelry store is happy to have you. So that's our little announcement that we made, which I still need to fill more things in. This is our one item that we have posted. Here's our animal photos and our little photos that we put up. The shop was born. If you click these, you'll go to my Facebook. If you click this, you're going to go to my other website. I know, Jakey is just having a time. And then this is all of the policies that we just created. So it filled all this in. So when I've answered those yes/no questions, it says that I do not accept cancellations. I'll gladly accept returns within 5 days of delivery. Ship the item back to me within 14 days. Bunsen's crying for his dad. And then here's the privacy policy. Okay, easy peasy. And that's what it looks like this far. So now what we need to do is we need to go back right here. So see this little shop? So this is the back end. This is what it looks like when you log in to your Etsy shop in the back end, if you didn't know. So right here in all these things, search dashboard. This is your dashboard. This will tell you if you have orders. It'll tell you how much money you made. It'll tell you how many listings you have, your recent activity, and then right here, Etsy puts in like little things that say, get ready for Mother's Day. View our new whatever thing. These are your listings. So if you go here, it's going to prompt you to do all these things when you have a new shop. So it says search for your SKU. Okay, let's talk about the SKU list. For those of you who don't have a SKU list and want to start an Etsy shop, let's just talk about that. I do my SKU list on Google Docs. If you are thinking about doing some stuff and you want to have a Google Docs situation, Google Docs is free and is located right here on your, so if you have a Google email address, and I use Chrome, most people have a Google email address. If you don't have a Google email address, you have to get one in order to get Google Docs. When you log into your computer, up here, it has your little thing, and then this is where you're going to be able to get access to all of your stuff, right here. So I put mine on my desktop, or on my little thing. So right when I log into my computer, I put it right here, so I can just click this and get in there. But right here, next to your little icon, there's a bunch of little dots. And if you check right here, you go to the Google Drive. This drive, okay? This drive has all my stuff. And I can go over here and go new and drop down, and it has Google Docs, Google Spreadsheet, Google Slides, and Google Forms. And all of those are free to you, and you can use all of them. And it will automatically save to the cloud, and all of your information is protected. Nobody can get a hold of it, but it's going to save to the cloud. It's not necessarily going to save to your computer unless you download it. but it's perfectly fine to do. So you just click into a new Google Docs or something, and then you have free access. You don't have to pay for Microsoft if you don't want to. None of that business. So here's what my skew sheet looks like. So I've started doing this for a long time. I don't even know how long. Down here is all my different sheets. So if I go to Crazy Crow, I got stickers down here. I got everything labeled. Taylor's Fall stuff, show inventory, Randy's beads, pick your own parts, live video features, bunch of, you can have as many as you want down here. Moral of the story. Calico moose skew list. Okay, so here's the earrings. So what I've done is I have just started a little sheet. I put my skew number, I put the name, the description, and the price. And this is just my own little document that I have. So now down here, let's say I wanted to add some new stuff as I'm adding it to Etsy. You can do is just grab a hold of this little thing right here, drag it down. It's going to count those out for you. So you don't have to lose count. Your next item will be ER number 217, la-di-da, you put it in there. This SKU number is important because you're going to take this SKU number, you're going to put this SKU number right here. You see where it says N273? In this bag for inventory, I will put the number N273. And then I will put this in the necklaces on my shelf. So when this order comes up and it says, oh, you've sold necklace number 273, Shannon's going to go downstairs. She's going to pull out the necklace bin and she's going to look for number 273. And she's going to put it in the order. Then when she double checks all the orders, she's going to pull it out and she's going to make sure, according to the order, that this is what needs to go in there. Because, you know, sometimes Randy forgets things about stuff. So it's important to have a SKU list if you are going to be doing things and stuff. It makes it easy. And the reason it makes it easy is because if you go back to your shop and you put in necklace Hello? You did something to the sound. Nobody's surprised. I was saying that you can search for a listing based on the SKU number in Etsy. So it's important to have one. Yeah, I don't know. I must have hit the minus button when I was typing all around. Okay. Now you're loud and clear. In your listings, you have all of these options, okay? So what I did, and one thing I would suggest when you are starting to, if you're starting to do a store, or something I would do if I was redoing a store, which I'm doing now. The reason it is important, let me show you in the old store. You're going to want to write your descriptions. Let's go into the listings. Okay. So here's what, I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you don't see everybody's damage on their order. Let me go to Okay, so here's my bead findings, right, that are live in the store. What happened? I turned the volume off. When you sell something, the SKU number for that item is deleted? No. When I sell something, the SKU number is highlighted. The SKU number, the SKU number is highlighted. So these are items, let me show you. Yellow means that I have sold some of these. Red means that it was canceled. Green, we switched over to green because Shannon didn't like yellow. So when Shannon came, we switched to green. So green means that it has sold, and yellow means that we still have some left. It means that we've sold some, but we still have some in inventory. Once everything is sold out, we mark it to green. It's easy peasy. All you do is you just highlight this area that you want to, whatever. There's a little paint can up here, and you just say, yep, we sold that. And that's it. And it's an easy way to visually, because I'm a visual person, to visually keep track of things that are selling in your shop and things that are not selling. Oh, this is supposed to be yellow. So it's like, oh, we sold some of these, but we didn't sell out. These other things that we sold out of are popular. We should have some more of those things. Things that are not selling, obviously things we might not want to renew, or maybe they're still just on the website, right? What happened? Hi, Gina. I loved your necklace video. Oh, good. So I just want to show you about the SKUs. So I'm going to try to show you this. It's kind of hard to see. This is by search bar. So let me search for SKU number R. When I'm searching for SKUs, I have to hit the space thing, and that's what turns off my volume. Got it. Okay, let's just search for a random one. 567. Okay. So, nope. Nothing for 567. What about 83076? Okay, it says this item is sold out. Let's look at it. Here it is. This item has sold. So, here's the thing. We have this sold item, but these are bronze 3-inch head pins. Okay? Let's say I go to the store and I get some more bronze 3-inch head pins to renew this listing. But they're sold out. They're in my sold out over here. So I'm just going to hit this little gear, and you can copy this listing. You can copy any listing. Say the pictures are going to pop up here. You're going to have your thumbnail. All these things, you're going to go in and check, make sure this is okay. Make sure everything's good. Price is good. The quantity is probably what you're going to renew if you're renewing things in a shop. You're going to say, yep, I picked up 10 of these packs. We're going to change this to 10. Keep switching the camera with my numbers. Okay, and then you want to make sure the SKU is correct. So we go to the SKU list, Randy 876, in the Randy's beads. $876 should be 3-inch ball head pins, pack of 144, right here. Now when we renewed this, we would highlight this, we would make it yellow, because we have sold some, and we're just renewing the quantity on it, so we would make it yellow, and we would go right here and we'd say, oh, we added 10 more to this, we changed that to 12, so we would know that what we have in there. But we just want to make sure that the SKU list is the same. I'm going to change it back so I don't get all screwed up. Okay, so then once you make sure this is all the same, then you can publish it. Oh, so here's your shipping profiles. So you do your shipping profiles however you want to do your shipping profiles. And I'm just going to put cancel because I don't actually have these to renew. But you can renew them, is what I'm saying. We love the 3-inch headbands. I'll be watching the replay for sure. Nice feature, so you don't have to do it all over again, especially with photos. The bingo slide will have to be deleted soon. Yeah. So here's the thing, like when we do custom orders, okay? So we do a lot of custom orders. And when we have custom orders, we can go into the custom order just like this one. We delete out the old pictures. We leave that thumbnail in there that has your name on it, and then we add the new pictures. Then we go down to the description and we put in the new information, your new invoice information in there. And we change all this and we give you a reserved SKU number in the reserved list so Shannon knows what goes where. And we mark out free shipping, and then we repost. So that's how we do that on the bead sale. Now, in your listings, okay, let's go back to the other shop. So those are your listings. There's a lot of stuff you can do in the listings. You can look for old like descriptions. Let's say you put up another necklace that's pretty similar to this. You can jump into the description and without deleting it, and you can go down to the description area and you can grab out this little description that says this is a 90s and early 2000 inspired necklace, la-ti-da, whatever. You can copy it and then cancel changing this and put it into a new listing. One thing I would suggest is if you are going to be using gemstones, and you're going to put the descriptions of those gemstones, or however, like if you have descriptions of like you want to do butterflies, right? You want to do butterflies, you want to say what the transformation means to you about butterflies and the la-di-da. You need to get in the Word documents and you need to make a little list for animals, and you need to put your little description blurbs in there. Okay? So then when you get a butterfly, if you made a butterfly necklace, you can cruise on over to your little Google Docs, pull out your animal descriptions, get your little butterfly blurb and plop it in there. So you don't have to retype all that stuff. Okay? Alrighty. What else we got? We got a few more things, and then I think I'm going to go to sleep. We might have to do more tomorrow or whatever day. Listings, messages. Okay, in the messages, this is where people are going to message you at the Etsy shop. So now, if you want to be a star seller, you have to answer all your messages within 24 hours, apparently. Orders and shipping. When you have orders, they're going to pop in right here. It says this is where you will manage your orders. It says see what's new. What's new? Take full control of your orders. Do bulk orders, conversate with buyers, click for full orders, la-di-da. Customize your workflow. Yes, I want to customize my workflow. Filter and sort and find what you need. Dun dun dun. Yeah, we know how to do that. Ship by date. So this will tell you, I never use this because Shannon is like on top of it. But you can set this so that you only see the ones that you have to ship by your ship date. We don't do that. We just ship everybody's like the next day or the day, whatever day they come in or whatever. You can ship by destination, la-di-da. Save time and money by getting your Etsy shipping. You'll save 30% compared to the post office. Purchase and print labels, la-di-da. Okay, highly recommend if you are going to do shipping on Etsy. This will probably be the last thing that I talk about today. If you're going to do shipping on Etsy, number one, you should get a thermal printer. A thermal shipping label printer. Okay, mine is a Rollo printer. I'm sure they're probably a lot cheaper now. Mine was like $200. Well worth it. Would pay it again in a heartbeat. Like prints out 30 labels at a time in like 5 seconds. Does not use ink. Okay, that's a big thing. Ink is so expensive. Don't buy ink. Get the thermal printer. prints it with the laser. You got to order the labels, but you can order the cheap ones. You don't have to order the like Dymo ones or the Rolo ones or anything like that. You can order them on Amazon. They're like $20. You get like 5,000 labels. Easy peasy. Randy, how do you get the Etsy shipping tape? Etsy shipping tape came from Etsy when they were doing like a thing, and they sent me like 8 rolls of it for free to use it. I don't know why. And I'll have like 1 roll left, so I'm not exactly sure how to do that. It was like a thing that they wanted to advertise in the mail. I don't know. Rolo printers. Get the Rolo printer. So it's going to be an investment. I ordered mine on Amazon. If you pull up Rolo printer on Amazon, I can share a link. It's like a couple $100, like maybe not even that many, maybe it's like 100 something now. And then it'll show you like, oh, people also bought the thing that holds the labels, this little plastic thing that holds the labels. Get that. It's $12. And the label rolls on the roll. Don't get the accordion ones. They're a pain in the butt. The roll ones, and get you started with that. So then what you do is when you have an order. Let me see if I have an order in the... Hi! Thank you for subscribing. Kale M. The GOAT. Kale is the GOAT. The greatest of all time. Kale. Let's see. No, I'm in the wrong thing. I gotta go down here. I'm just gonna see if I have an order so I can show you, which I do. So, I don't want to show you this though, because it's gonna show information. So I'm not gonna show that. So back to this. So when you do, what is that? There we go. So if you have orders, okay, these things up here, so you can get shipping labels. If you get shipping labels on Etsy, they are going to be significantly less expensive, right? So a good thing about Etsy is when you ship, especially if you're new and you're like trying to make money, right? They're going to subtract the money that you're getting from the people instead of taking the money from you right away, like ShipStation does, okay? But what about a baby melon? Oh, thank you so much for your super chat, Rebecca. I appreciate you. When it popped up on the screen, it said, there's a baby melon. Donated $4.99 through super chat and is now the life of the party. I appreciate you, Rebecca. Thanks so much. We'll do a little lap dance. Oh. On here is, no, I just clicked the wrong button. On here is like, so this is like your dashboard for orders. All of your orders will be in here. Etsy makes this super easy, okay? You don't gotta go looking for orders, nothing. You just, when you have orders, if you have a whole bunch, you just click right here. It'll highlight all of them. And then you come over here to more actions, which I can't pull down right now because I don't have any. But when you do, it's going to say print these orders. So that's what me and Shannon do every day. We print them because number one, it gives you an invoice. Number two, Shannon pulls the orders out of inventory, and then I check the orders that she's pulled, and then she checks them again when she sends them. Because there's 2 of us, and sometimes Jeff is involved, we like double, triple check that everybody's getting their stuff, so you get all these little check marks on your thing to make sure that all the SKU numbers are in there, that all the stuff is in each order, because sometimes orders will have upwards of, 30 items in an order. Sometimes more than that. So we got to make sure it's all in there. So we print them so we can make little check marks. And then we don't have to be going back and forth to the computer. So, but you can print them if you want to send invoices, which I highly recommend, because a lot of people, especially if they're doing stuff with business, maybe not for but for beading, people need those invoices to put into their records, right? They need individualized, itemized records. So then once you got them all ready to go, you're going to go get your shipping label. So what we do is we send them domestic. What is it called? It's called domestic. It's really late at night. Ground? No, it's not right. Flat rate. It's like the cheapest one. Anyway, when you purchase the USPS mail, right, you're going to set your rates. So here's the thing. There's no way for me to tell you what you need to set your rates at. I can tell you this. If it's 16 ounces, let's just say if it's under 16 ounces, if it's 15.9 ounces, it can go in the USPS ground mail for the cheapest price. Even the cheapest price on that is probably going to be like at least $5, and it's going to depend on the weight. So that's going to drive me crazy. I gotta look it up. Lowest rate shipping. What's it called? Ground? No. Flat rate? No.
Hello.
Shipping. Hi.
Are you talking to somebody?
I'm talking to everybody. I can't remember the name. It's too late at night.
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm like, I can't remember the name of the USPS shipping ground low flat rate thing. Not the flat rate one, but the other one. Regular shipping for the post office.
Priority?
No.
First class?
Yes. First class. First class. Thank you, Jefferson.
Galaxy Brain.
Jefferson with the assist. It can go first class as long as it's under 16 ounces.
Right? Isn't it Monday?
It is. I'm creating an Etsy shop, so I'm sharing. As long as it's under 16 ounces, which is the cheapest. First class is the cheapest. As long as it's under 16 ounces, but it's still going to be per weight. So if it's 3 ounces, which is the lowest it can go, it'll be like, $4 something. As it goes up to the 16 ounces, your price is going to increase. Now, there is a thing in Etsy that allows you to collect an extra amount of money per item that people put in their cart. So this is another reason why I can't tell you how much shipping is going to be. So if somebody orders 2 necklaces from me, dependent on the two types of necklaces that they order, they could be putting £1 in their cart, because you know how I love my big chunky gemstones. Or they could be putting in like one singular bead. That is going to change the weight of the item, right? So that's why we just collect shipping. I have it set up to I think it's $0.25 for every item you put in your cart, or maybe it's 50 cents. I think it's $0.25. And then if it gets to $8.75, which is priority, where there's no weight limit. So for priority flat rate bubble shipping, there's no weight limit. Well, that's not true. It's 75 pounds. So it's 75 pounds, priority $8.75. But then you want insurance. If it's over $100, you have to pay an additional 80 cents for an additional amount of insurance per hundreds of dollars. So say we ship an order and it's $700. We're going to pay $8.75 base price. We're going to get $100 of that covered. Now we need to add on $600 worth of insurance, which is probably going to cost us another $6. So you have to add those things into your cost as well. How we do it is if you get to $8.75 and you've paid over $8.75, and we will hold that money and we'll ship your order out. Let's say you had $600 worth of stuff in there. So you actually owe us $13.75, including the insurance. We return the rest. That's why we do that. Because shipping is whatever. We don't have to do that. We just do that because we're nice people. Shannon was all upset about $2 today. We couldn't get our computer to work. And she's like, I cannot be keeping this person's $2. And I was like, we'll just have to wait till tomorrow. But there's a lot of different things with shipping, so it's just kind of a thing. If you ship bigger items, if you're going to sell some bigger items, you need to know how much those items are going to weigh, how big the boxes are, all that stuff to see how to set your shipping. If you can get it into priority, I would highly recommend priority, because priority already comes with insurance. In priority flat rate, So there's priority flat rate, and then there's regular priority. Flat rate does not have a weight limit. So if you are shipping heavy items, use flat rate. If you are shipping not heavy items, use priority. And they have boxes that you can order from the post office that are free. Okay, so you can order all of your shipping stuff to your house. Like I ordered the bubble mailers, 25 in a bundle, and I order like 5 bundles a month to my house for free. So the mail guy comes, drops them all off, and then I just use them throughout the month. So that is the whole thing with shipping. Probably what's going to happen in the first couple orders if you're new is you're going to lose money on your shipping, and that's how you're going to learn. Also, if you have your shop set up to $35 or more, if you spend over $35 or more, they're going to get free shipping. Okay, if you have that turned on. So there's been a lot of controversy about that. I have it turned on in my shop because a lot of times what'll happen is people will order something and then they're like, oh, I only need $4 more to make it to the free shipping. So then they'll order something else. So it's like, whatever, you know. It's kind of like the ebb and flow of how that works. But yeah. So then what you can do with your shop is once you get all your stuff shipped out and whatever, Etsy will automatically send the emails for you. How about the state taxes? So you're going to set up your taxes. We might have to go again on this another day. You're going to set up your taxes in here. And so what it's going to do is it's going to say, sign up with your state, set up the state tax. And Etsy this is another reason that we're not so happy with Wix, is because Etsy pays in all the sales tax for me. They take out all the sales tax, and they pay in all the sales tax for the online orders for each state. They've calculated it. Now let me say this. It wasn't always like that. When they changed those tax laws, which they recently changed, like in the last 4 years ago, they changed the tax laws. It was a complete crapshoot. But they've got it figured out now where they're paying in. So when you see your order, you're going to see on there your tax rate for your state. They do not give me that tax money. Etsy keeps that tax money. And they're going to turn it into the state for me, okay, or remit it, as they say. They're going to remit it. Now, they're charging me to remit it every time, but that's fine because I don't want to mess with it. So they're going to remit it. Now, here's the thing. I still have an accountant. Highly recommend you get an accountant. Highly recommend before you do anything with an Etsy shop, you go to the bank and you get a designated bank card or checking account for your business only. You and your business are completely two different people. You can't be writing checks out of somebody else's checkbook. You don't belong in there. Just for business stuff is what you write in there, because you're going to set all this up with your business account. Then what you do is you march your little butt down to the accountant's office and you say, oh, here's my business stuff. And all I do with my accountant is I give him my bank statement. That's it. No receipts, no nothing, just bank statement from the business account. Now, if I get funny and I go, oh, I forgot my checkbook that day, and now I got to write a personal check for business stuff, then I got to give that to him, and then he's all not happy about it, but he's like, it's whatever, you know. So yeah, you got to do that. And then, why do I have an accountant for this if Etsy is remitting all this? Because I don't just do online stuff. I go to craft shows. I go to craft shows in multiple states. So at craft shows, I'm using Square, my Square reader, and I am putting in physically where I'm at. Here's how much the state tax is in Annetta, North Dakota. Every year I go to that craft show, and I put it in, and as I'm running sales, it's going to generate a sheet for me and tell me how much money I made, how much tax I collected, and I have to remit that tax to the state of North Dakota at the end of the year. So I give all of that information to Kyle, and Kyle remits all that stuff. Kyle's my accountant. Kyle remits all that stuff, and then I just pay it. He calls me and he goes, okay, are you ready to pay this? Because they want, $300. And I'm like, sure. And then that's how we do it. it works out good for me because I also do like selling in stores, in boutiques. And for the most part, when you sell, when you're like a commission person and you're selling with a boutique, they are remitting the tax for you. So you don't have to worry about that. But when you are selling as yourself at a craft show, you have to remit that tax. Every state has a limit though. If you sell in your state in Minnesota, it's $600. And if you go to craft shows and you don't sell over $600, or I'm sorry, online, and you don't sell over $600, you don't have to remit tax. But if you are going to a craft show and you're collecting tax, you have to pay the tax in. How much does Kyle cost? Kyle cost me $133 a month is how much Kyle costs me. He does my bookkeeping. So he keeps all of Thunderhorse Descendant's books because he has my bank account or my bank statement. And so we have over time, basically all the vendors, I basically use the same vendors. If I have new vendors, I just make a little note on the statement and I say, oh, started ordering beads from this new lady on eBay for the found objects or whatever, right? Or if I start ordering from Staples and I'm ordering ink and I say, oh, this is for whatever. And he puts all those things, all those notes into the computer. So then when he runs through my stuff, like I'm a creature of habit. I order from the same places. I know the prices, whatever. He just puts those into categories and he categorizes all that stuff for me in my bookkeeping. And he sends me every month a little monthly thing. Every once in a while, I get a phone call from Kyle and he says, Randy, you need to stop buying so many beads. And I say, Kyle, I can't talk to him at the bead store. Yeah. So that is that. There's a lot of things, but it can be done. And I'm just doing this right now for myself because I don't know what's going to happen with Wix because Wix has got that tax thing going on. They've also got all this upselling going on that I don't care for because I can do that. I mean, if we're being honest about it, like on Wix, you have to do your own marketing. And I'm good at marketing and I'm struggling. So there's that. Etsy, I do my own marketing, but I can also pay for marketing if I have to. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, there's a lot more stuff going on, and as you become an Etsy, so that's the other thing is like we know how to run Etsy. We know they're going up 6% or whatever it is. They're going up to 6%, and basically that 6% is something I'm going to pay over time versus whereas like with Wix, like to start my website I had to pay $400, and I don't even get all of the stuff. Like, I don't get half the stuff that Etsy is doing for me now. But also, Etsy has rules. See, this is the thing that goes on all the time. You can do your own website like Wix, and you can be in control of all that stuff and set all that stuff up yourself and do all of that and do whatever you want, but you have to pay. And on Etsy, it's like they provide a lot of stuff, and if you're not very like really into computer stuff and stuff like that, like if you're not very good at it, like I'm like kind of okay, but not really. It can be hard, and Etsy sets all that stuff built up for you. Like as an example, last thing I'll show you, and then I'm going to bed for real. So I put in this one listing right into Etsy. And now, this little thing right here, I just go to marketing, and I can say, okay, we're going to go to social media. And it says, are you ready to share like pro? And we say, yeah. And then it says, connect all your stuff. So, I haven't connected all of my stuff, but I'll connect my Pinterest. Yeah. Give access to the Pinterest. Okay. I don't want to give access to Instagram right now. And then you just say, it says, here's your newest listings. Would you like to share this? So here's a cool thing. If you're like in a hurry or you don't know how to share really on social media or you don't whatever. This is going to generate this little thing for you right here. All you got to do is copy it. This thing has tags in it. It says, I'm excited to share my newest item from my Etsy shop, which then you can edit if you wanted to say something different. Like if you just wanted it to say the simple black butterfly necklace. This is the link. You leave the link in there because this is the link that gets people to the shop. And then it's got some tags on it with these little hashtags. Cool. And I just go, yeah, I want to do that. And then right here it says, where would you like to share it? And you say, well, I would like to share it to the Facebook page, Thunderhorse Descendant, and I would like to share it on Pinterest to the beading board. Here's all your boards on your Pinterest. Actually, yeah, we'll put on the beading board. And I don't have these other items hooked up yet, but I can hook them up. And then I just go post it. It says, cool, thanks for sharing, and that's it. So that's how you would share on your social media if you have a Facebook page, Pinterest, Instagram, la-di-da. And then we can just head right on over to the Facebook group, and we're gonna just, who is messaging me? Rebecca. And then we're gonna look at that. So this is the Facebook Thunderhorse Descendant Jewelry Group right here with the same little red thing. Somebody is doing things. As I renew it. Dun, dun, dun. Where'd you go? Did you go to Thunderhorse Descendant? There you are. Thunderhorse Descendant. And then here it is. And it says, here's this necklace that you just posted, and this is why you gotta leave the link in there, because then you click it. If you click that link, it's gonna bring you to that page, to my Etsy page, where then you can add it to your cart and buy it, or look at all the photos, or whatever you want to do in the new jewelry store. You see? Easy peasy. And then it's on there. And then if somebody wants to share it, they can share it. We share it to our group. Share to Thunderhorse Descendant Jewelry Group. And we say new item. Everybody knows how to share. And then it posts. So that's one of the reasons that Facebook is really good, because on Wix, in order to make a thing, first of all, I'm only allotted 5 things. And then I have to pay $49 a month to generate an ad. Just looking funny. Thank you, Randy. How many photos of a piece do you typically take and then have for display? We do 10 photos, and generally we try to do a 20 to 25 second video. If you have videos in your listings, which it gives you an option for on Facebook, they do not have volume. They're just little videos. But if your listings have videos, they're higher up in the search. In the search thing on Esty, because people like videos. It allows them to see things in 3D. But we do 10 photos, which is all that they allot. So that is one thing that's different than Wix. Wix allows like 20 photos. But you get 10 photos and the little video, which is perfectly enough, especially if you're taking a picture of the same necklace or the same rock or the same whatever, like 10 different angles, and then you have it in a video. That's perfectly enough things. But you guys, we're gonna have to come back to Etsy at another time, because Lily and Jake and Jefferson are doing treats. Lily peeped on the carpet, hey?
Yeah?
Yeah.
When?
Like a little while ago. I don't know if she needs to make treats.
No, never.
Anyway. So I will see you all in the morning. I'm going to jump off here and go do things and stuff for the nighttime. But I'll be back in the morning, because in the morning we do live bargain bead box. Yes. my bargain bead box, and tomorrow's bingo. Nighty night. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if not, then, you know, whatever. And if you did, leave it a like.